Hi, I'm Ryan, a member of the customer service team here at Ceilume, and today I will be showing you how to install glue-up ceiling tiles. Glue-up tiles are mounted directly to a smooth, clean, and firm installation surface using adhesive. Tiles butt together when installed, and self-adhering strips are required to cover the joints between tiles. Before I begin, I'm going to take some time to clean my room and wipe down my installation surface. Vinyl ceiling tiles come out of the box with a bit of a static electricity charge, and cleaning up before installation prevents dust and debris from sticking to the tiles. Now that my room is clean, I'm going to begin my installation by snapping 2 perpendicular chalk lines at my starting location. After double checking that my lines are straight and properly positioned, it's time to break out the adhesive. When applying adhesive, remember that more isn't necessarily better. It's about applying the right amount in the right places. To start, I apply a bead of adhesive along the perimeter of the tile and an X through the center. Then I add smaller X's in the center of each major design feature that will make contact with the ceiling. Next, I press the tile to the ceiling about 1/4 inch from my chalk lines. Then I slide it into place against the chalk lines like so. This spreads the adhesive a bit to form a firmer bond. Finally, I press and rub over the glued areas to smooth out any bumps and seat the tile into place. Once my first tile is installed, I'm going to place adjacent tiles using the same technique. I do not forcefully butt the tiles together, I simply slide them into place against each other. The joints between tiles and any small gaps will be covered with decorative strips a bit later. As I move along, I use a soft damp rag to wipe up any excessive adhesive while it's still fresh. Now it's time to tackle the ceiling perimeter, which requires less than full-size tiles. For this area, I measure, cut tiles to size, and then install with the cut edges toward the wall. Now that my tiles are installed, it's time to put the finishing touch on my new ceiling, decorative strips. Decorative strips are designed to cover the joints between tiles, are self-adhesive, and have a repeating dot dash pattern. The dot at the end of the strip will be centered over the intersection of 4 ceiling tiles when installed. As I dry fit my first strip, I'm making sure that the dot is centered properly and that the strip is the appropriate length. Only then do I remove the adhesive backing and install by pressing firmly and evenly over the full surface of the strip. I really want to make sure that the adhesive makes a strong bond with the tiles. My next decorative strip butts directly up against the first, and once again I make sure the dot is centered over an intersection and that the strip is the appropriate length before removing the adhesive backing and installing. When I reach a section that requires a less than full-size strip, like here at my ceiling border, I simply measure, trim to size, and then install. I install all the strips running in one direction before installing the strips running perpendicular to that first set. Each of these cross strips will be less than full size, and as I'm measuring and trimming, I need to keep 2 things in mind. I need to make sure that I'm trimming the dot end of each strip so that the dot dash pattern remains consistent with the previously installed strips. And I need to measure and install carefully so that no strips overlap. That's it. If you have any questions or would like to see free samples, please do not hesitate to give us a call. And remember, you belong under Ceilume.